Grab a cup of joe, buckle up, and let's embark on a journey of self-discovery, creativity, and entrepreneurship. Let's get rolling.
Well, good morning, happy afternoon, good evening, happy Friday, happy Monday, whatever day you're listening to this on, or maybe even Tuesday morning when this episode airs every Tuesday at 4 a.m. Central Time, whether you're watching it on YouTube or you're listening to it on your favorite streaming service for podcasts. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate you, and I appreciate the continued support of the Rhythm of the Road podcast. Check that out. Pretty cool. I'm a fan. All sorts of moving on going on here. If you heard the last episode, of course, there's some changes going on. So the backgrounds might be continuing to change and we're moving things around. So I guess that brings me to a question of like, how do you know change is coming for you? And do you prefer to know or do you prefer not to know? Sometimes people like get this anxious feeling when they know change is coming, or they know they have to do something, or something might be changing, but they're not really sure. But also, if they're told it's coming, and even if they're preparing for it, sometimes they don't even know what to do with it. Like that itself can throw them into an anxiety. However, sometimes, like for me, if I know change is coming, like I can just relax into it because I know it's coming. I can prepare for it. I can create the energy that I want to for that change, and I want to for how I want it to look and feel. It also gives me an opportunity to plan. Like I can plan my week, I can plan my month, I can plan my day, and then I can share that with others around me. So change, though so many people think like change is a bad thing, and we also hear the cliche change is a good thing because in change provides an opportunity for growth, and if those two just they have to go hand in hand. But really what I want to know is, how do you know it's coming? And this is something that I've been experiencing for the last, I don't know, like 6 to 12 months. And I can't even pinpoint a specific time or a specific day, but it's just been coming over a time. And I've spent the last over a decade on this like road of discovery. Like, where am I headed? What am I doing? And things were constantly kind of changing for me. Like I was doing this and I was traveling for gigs, and then I was working in the studio, and then I was doing kind of oddball kind of job things to fill in some gaps. And then now I'm back out on the road, or I got this gig, or well, they shut all the gigs down. So now what do you do? And then I went into the studio again. And like change was just kind of been constant all around me for the last decade. And what I really began to discover is my ability to become strategic and have opportunities to grow and learn from those, but also come out of them stronger, has been the thing that has led me to where I am today in feeling a level of confidence, being more self aware and being ready for that change to come, and knowing that like change is that good thing. And because of all of these changes, I've been able to manage my body and my person and my energy and the things I'm doing. And I've been able to narrow my focus. Many of you who've known me for a number of years or have been watching me on the social media spaces, or however you've come into my world or my space, know that I have multiple things going on all the time. And I'm not saying that I still don't, but I can tell you that I have continually less and less and less and less, because part of my goal for the next couple of years is to really continue to narrow that focus even more so that I can go deeper to the things that I am doing, which I think is something that we always aspire to and all of us are looking for. But for me, I was just ready when it started to show up. And I didn't worry about all the time, like it hasn't come yet, or when is it going to ever arrive? Because we're always looking for that. Well, when is this going to happen? And when is this going to hit? And I've been doing this. And all I kept saying is like, I'm just going to keep showing up. I'm going to keep being consistent. And as things change and evolve around me, because I know they're going to, I just show up and be ready for that. And so when I think about the question, how do I know change is coming? The answer for me is it's always coming. It's always here. Change is inevitable. It's going to happen. Change happens every day. The clock changes every second, right? If you want to think about it from that minute or that simple of an action. but change is constantly around you. And if you are planning ahead and thinking ahead and planning for your future, I'm always planning 6 to 9 to 12 months ahead. So change is inevitable, because even if I plan that 6 months ahead, I also know that there's probably going to be something in there that might be an obstacle, or something I have to go around, or something might completely change where that's just not even a thing anymore. And I've had a couple of those things happen in the last couple months. And as we kind of progress here in a few more episodes, I'm going to share what some of those things are a little bit. I can't share quite yet, but I'm super excited. I'm super grateful. I feel more at peace. I feel more ready for change. I feel more ready also than for growth. And I'm excited for it, because it's taking all of the things that I've spent the last 2.5 decades doing and building and trying and experimenting and having successes and having failures and learning and changing and pivoting and all those pieces. I'm having an opportunity in the real present to bring those all into just a few spaces and really dive deep in them and really make an impact in my life, in my family's life, and in those that are involved in those opportunities with me. So, how do you know it's coming? Well, if you just wake up tomorrow, just know that it's coming and be ready for it, because change isn't a bad thing. We always think it's bad, but it's not. It's good. And sometimes it's even great. And also, sometimes it's going to be garbage. But even somewhere in that garbage is something that you can grow and learn and take from. Because you can either show up and you can win, or you can show up and you can learn, right? That's the only L word I'm going to use in this particular podcast in terms of winning and learning, because those are the opportunities you have, because everyone is an opportunity to also continue learning. So, if you think somebody needs to hear this, if you think somebody needs to see this, if you think there's something else you want me to add to this, throw it in the comments, tag them in a post, share this on your social media, or send the episode to them. Or if you don't want to send them the episode, that's totally cool. I respect your time. I know that we're all busy. So if you don't have the time to do it, totally okay. I'm letting you off the hook. And I want to say thank you, because you were here, you took the time, you made it 8 minutes into this episode. So thank you for spending 8 minutes with me today. I appreciate you. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're on YouTube. We're really trying to hit to that 2,000 mark by the end of 2024. So help me continue to keep growing. Thank you. And also, if you're listening on Apple or Spotify or iHeartRadio, please leave me a review, because those are the things that help me reach more folks and get this message out and help other people see that there are other ways, and also help them understand that even though they know change might be coming, it's not a bad thing. And I'll see you down the road.
Thanks for cruising with me on this episode of Rhythm of the Road. Remember, the journey itself is the destination. Until next time, keep the rhythm flowing, and we'll see you down the road.